Have any of you ever been in like a race against like your friend or something, and like they were a lot faster than you, or maybe you were faster than them? Just by show of hands. Have you ever wondered, like, has it crossed your mind what makes you faster or them faster than anybody? Yeah.
Genetics.
Genetics. Any other answers? What do you guys think overall?
Muscle.
Yeah, they're stronger than me.
It actually can be answered by fast twitch muscles. Now right here I have a picture of a few Olympians who we're probably familiar with. Usain Bolt. That's not gonna work. We'll just pass this around, that'll make it easier. And we also have a weightlifter, because fast twitch muscles also has to do with power.
That's right.
Lastly, it also has to do with swimming.
Yes.
According to an article, first of all, let me say this. There's two types of muscles that are composed in your body. The first one is slow twitch muscles, which you'll see cross-country runners, long-distance runners, or something that is endurance-based or cardio-based. The other type is like what we're talking about today, is fast twitch muscles. Obviously, the difference is your fast twitch muscles can contract a lot quicker than slow twitch muscles. In fact, according to an article on btc.montana.edu, an article said that slow twitch muscle fibers take approximately 110 milliseconds to reach peak tension. Fast twitch muscle fibers can reach peak tension in about 50 milliseconds. That is less than half the time it takes for the slow twitch fibers. Either way, it's still extremely fast. But it's just really cool to see how God has created us to be blessed with fast twitch or slow twitch. Obviously, all of us have both, but some have more dominance in fast twitch, as the pictures that you're seeing here. Fast twitch muscle fibers provide speed, power, and works best when it uses anaerobic respiration. Muscles contract rapidly because basically the fibers are structured in such a way that respond to the brain's output of nerve signals to our muscles. Ways that we can increase that is through exercise. Some exercises include weight training. Anyone on weight training here? A lot of football players do it. It obviously increases power, but it can also increase speed. And the whole theory of exercising is actually to make micro tears within your muscles. Anyone know that by any chance? Well, basically micro tears, it sounds like really bad at first, because you're like, oh, I don't want to tear my muscles, but it's actually really good, because what happens is, after you make these tears in your muscles, your body, once you consume proteins and carbs, your body uses those nutrients to actually rebuild the muscles stronger and more efficiently to come back harder the next time to perform better. The last exercise that many people do for sports would be sprints. Sprints are really good for, obviously, speed, which Usain Bolt and one of these other guys probably do. Powerlifters are probably the craziest fast twitch people out there. I mean, they're overloaded with fast twitch muscles. It takes so much force and fibers to be able to come together at the same time to be able to like lift a lot of weight or just all the exercise that they perform. It's extremely incredible to see how like God has created our bodies. The time it takes for our bodies to actually recover from hard exercises to repair those muscle fibers is about 24 to 48 hours. After that, normally your body is completely recovered and go out just as hard as you did before. That's why a lot of people who exercise, they won't have 2 hard days in a row. They'll have like a hard day, and then they'll have like an easy day full recovery. With anaerobic respiration, the whole point of this is God has created our bodies to burn energy in 2 ways. One is aerobic respiration, which means in the presence of oxygen. The oxygen breaks down the glucose molecules to form ATP, which is our energy. Instead, when you're using fast twitch muscles, it works best when it goes anaerobic, which is the lack of oxygen. So it uses lactic acid fermentation. The problem with this is it causes muscle soreness. And that's what, has anyone ever done like a high exercise and like they just feel like this crazy burn and you just gotta stop? I know I have plenty of times, and that's the lactic acid. So what happens is once you stop your exercise or in the middle of it, your lactic acid just stays in your muscles and just burns them. Which is not bad, it's painful. According to a journal of biological education, from each glucose molecule, The aerobic pathway produces about 20 times more ATP than the aerobic pathway. However, when the muscles is contracting vigorously, the process of lactic acid fermentation generates ATP molecules about 2.5 times faster than aerobic pathway of the mitochondria. It's more efficient for your body to burn energy aerobically. That's why when you're sitting down, we're all working off of aerobic respiration. Once you start moving very fast, like sprints, powerlifting, you go to anaerobic and use lactic acid fermentation so your body can produce energy faster, but it's not as efficient. God has really created us uniquely. Some have slow twitch muscle fibers, where on the other hand, some have fast twitch muscle fibers. We all have our talents, and fortunately, He's blessed us to be able to use that to glorify God to the best of our ability. He's made some strong, some powerful. He's made some with endurance, and some with stamina. Lastly, He created us to burn energy in more than one way, aerobic and anaerobic. He's an amazing God.